Dozier Fest at Airborne on
June 1st.
June 1st, and it's 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we have a ton of things there. Climb on the Dozers, play with loaders and cranes, enjoy the bounce houses, and you'll even be able to drive a mega truck show or even maybe get in one. And there's also all sorts of stuff there. So general admission is $5. So I want to put a plug in because please people show up. It's a great thing. So I had to put a plug in for that because I love Kiwanis. Okay.
I'll give you an extra plug. There's
Yes.
going to be 2 spots on the NASCAR show for the Dozer.
Okay, good.
So
Thank you. And also, let's see. This is going to be our 5th show. We're still working on some technology problems, and they will be fixed in time. The only thing is, when Brooke calls in, she won't be able to take phone calls. So if you could message me on Facebook Messenger and write down whatever questions, and I'm going to be, I'll tell her every single question, and she'll answer them. I'm trying to think of another way.
another way you can send emails that you can ask questions to wiry@wiry.com. So that's wiry@wiry.com, and I can print the emails for Tom to ask those questions.
Okay, so please do that because I know she would love to hear from all the people from Plattsburgh and the surrounding area. She's just a class act. If you know her or played against her, she's just a wonderful woman, and I have the utmost respect. I remember I have a question for her later, but I used to referee her games, and she was tough, and she played at Bryant College, Division I, and had a great career. She's someone that really improved year by year, was always one day better than the previous day, and that's a philosophy that I believe in too, and she definitely believes in the same thing. So we're waiting for her phone call. I'm not sure what time it is in England, but it's almost 8:30 here. And after I do that, I have some interviews with the Section 7 champion, Northeast Clinton flag football champions, and I'm going to, Wiry Sports is going to announce their first ever Section 7 flag football all-star team and MVP and all sorts of other awards. So stay tuned for that. We have a lot of things to say about that. We can call in on that one because the line will be open after Brooke is on. So stay tuned. And our next week's guests are pretty phenomenal too. Also Division I players. It's Aaron Pratt and Julianne Moore. Aaron played at Syracuse. She's a doctor now, a veterinarian. She's going to be calling in. And also we have Julianne Moore, who played at North Carolina, Wilmington, I hope, or Greensboro, one of the two. And I'm hoping to have Coach Bove in the office or in the studio here on that day, so he'll be able to hear everything that is said and comment. And if you remember Coach Bove, just a great guy, great coach. So the following week, we're going to have Neil Fassett and Kevin Doherty in here with their college coach calling in, Bob McVeigh. So that should be pretty exciting too.
Wiry on radio.
Hold on.
Hold on, Brooke. I'm going to put you right on.
Okay.
All right, this is
Hello.
Brooke. Hi, Brooke.
Hi, how are you?
This is Mr. Lacey, or Tom Lacey. So,
Yep. How are you?
not bad. The first question I have to ask is, what time is it over there right now?
It's 1:30 p.m.
Okay, so I thought it was going to be really late, and I'm very sorry for
No, perfect.
getting the Germany. I thought you were playing in Germany, and it's England, So
No, Shannon Ryan's playing in Germany.
okay, that we with Shannon Ryan. I might as well ask that question. Do you guys stay in touch?
Oh yeah, we do. I actually talked to her a couple days ago about basketball and like traveling and stuff. So we talked about like where we're gonna play next season, like if we have any interest yet, our agent, yeah. So we definitely stay in touch and talk about where we're gonna be, and then also kind of working out over the summer together.
Wow. Are you going to be coming back to Plattsburgh for the summer for a little while, maybe, or are you going to just stay in England?
Yeah. So because I'm in my master's right now, I have to stay until July 31st, but on 31st, I'm flying straight home, and I'll be home for all of August.
Wow. Well, people
Yeah.
love to see you. Okay, here's some of my questions, and I did forward you some of them. Okay, talk about when you decided to play basketball as a youngster.
So I started playing basketball when I was like quite young, probably like 8 or 9 maybe. And I think it's like most people that age, they just play because their parents like put them in it. So I played town ball until I was old enough to get kicked out of town ball, and then I tried out for modified. In modified, I was kind of having a little bit of a crisis because I wasn't sure if I wanted to play, and I'm pretty sure my mom's listening, so she's going to be annoyed that I tell her this now. But when I tried out for modified, I contemplated telling my parents that I didn't make the team just so I didn't have to play basketball.
Wow.
I did not like modified basketball.
Okay, no, I did that.
So
She didn't know that?
Your story, because no, she did not know that.
Uh-oh. That's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, so I started liking basketball around JV
Okay.
and varsity when I had Kate Munson Dupree as a coach, and then Greg Waters. They kind of actually made me love basketball instead of just kind of playing it because I felt like I had to. So they made it kind of fun for me, and that's when I decided to play basketball instead of just played basketball. So yeah.
Talk about some of your high school teammates that you remember.
I remember pretty much all of them. Alyssa Waters was one of my best friends in high school, which was great because her dad was the coach, so it really got in with the coach at that point. And then I played with Kenna Gwenup, Jordan Manny, Gabby Rowell. It was really fun because I think we all had like the same goal of just winning. So I think that's how our final year, for at least me, Gabby, Kenna, and Jordan, we were able to get to the Final Four because we all just had the same goal of like just winning. So yeah, it was really cool.
Kenna said to say hello. She's working right now, so she definitely feels bad, that she couldn't. Well, unfortunately, I think I told you, we won't be able to take Collins just because we haven't worked out on the technology. So I'm gonna read you some of the emails and some of the text messages I have, and you'll just have to answer them. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. That works fine for me.
Okay. Let's see. What colleges recruited you?
So I got letters and like emails from a ton of colleges, but the ones that were like most prominent were like Davidson, Hofstra, Ryder, Brown.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, quite a few on the north side, on the north and east side. So.
What made you choose Bryant then?
I liked the campus a lot. The coaches were all really, really nice in my official visit. I really liked the campus. It was small. It was like 3,000 students. It was easy to kind of navigate. I think there were only, when I initially committed, there was only one academic building, and then there ended up being two by the time that I graduated. So it wasn't really like confusing to like get around the campus or figure out where the buildings were. And then they also had the major that I wanted. So
sure. Which is what? Which is your major?
So I initially was a bio major, but I ended up changing that halfway through, and I ended up being a psych major.
Nice.
And then I did a fifth year, so I added a sociology major, and then I changed my original plan from biology major to adding biology as just a concentration, since I'd already finished 2 years of my biology degree. So I ended up graduating from undergraduate with 2 bachelors, 1 in psychology, 1 in sociology, a minor in human resource management, and then a concentration in biology.
That's great. Can you do a psych evaluation on me right now? Because people say I'm a little crazy, and I'm supposed to get a frontal lobotomy done next week. So if you don't know me that well, but I kid around a lot. So a lot of people that know me know I'm just kidding. Okay, who was your toughest defender in high school? Toughest person that you said. You see her there and said, "Oh, I'm gonna have a tough game with her."
Yeah, definitely was Kayla Carter from NCCS.
Okay.
I think for me, she was really tough just because she was really strong, and also we played together in AAU a bit in Vermont, so she kind of knew what I was good at and what I was bad at. So I saw her as like more of just like less defensive competition and more just like competition in general, so I always wanted to play well against her, and so whenever I did, it was really exciting, but I didn't always play well against her. So
what was your best high school game that you can recall?
Let's see, I kind of interchange best and favorite. So for me, like, my best game is also my favorite game, just because it was like my favorite game. So my favorite game was when we won regional finals, which sent us into the Final Four.
Amazing.
And for me, that was my best game and my favorite game, just because it's something that like not a lot of teams from Section 7 had done like prior to that team, and it was just a goal that I'd had since the beginning of the year to go to Final Four in whatever sport, and we obviously didn't make it for volleyball, so like I was determined to make it for basketball. So I think for me, celebrating that win, the regional finals, was so surreal, and like my team felt like a team. Like it felt like we really had won that game together, and it was just really, really exciting game and a really exciting atmosphere.
I love that story. I really do. Back then, a lot of women's teams, girls' high school teams, didn't really get that far, except for NCCS. You know, it was always tough every year, as you know. Yeah. So, your best college game?
I think my best college game is very similar to my best high school game. So my graduate year, my 5th year, we were the 7th seed, and we beat in the 2nd seed to get to the semifinals. So my favorite game was the semifinals, and we were playing against the number 1 seed in our conference, and we were playing at their gym, and it was pretty close the whole game. It was like 2-2, 10-10, like it was like very, very evenly matched. And then towards the end, I got fouled, and I hit 2 very, very important free throws with like a minute left, which put us up by 2. And then one of my teammates hit like a dagger 3, and we ended up winning that game to go to the championship for our NEC playoffs. And it was just so exciting because, again, it was very similar. Like, my team got to celebrate together, like we won together, and all of our differences, like if there were any arguments or any bad blood between the team, like it was just, we won that game as a team, and we celebrated that game as a team.
Brooke, isn't it fun winning a championship? Isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of things better, but it is so much fun, and I know you know the feeling.
Yeah, it's great. I love it so much.
Yeah. I have to ask you, Paige Beckers or Caitlin Clark? Which one?
I hate that question because I love them both for
you have to pick one
such
now.
different reasons. Okay, well, I'm gonna pick Caitlin Clark then, just because she's bringing so much like attention to the women's game. She just can do it all. She can score, she can pass, she can rebound, and I feel like she's always putting like 150% effort into like every game, no matter what she does. And I just think that she always takes time, even outside of basketball, to like say hi to her fans, because obviously she has so many, and to like give them signatures and autographs and photos. And I just love her because she just seems like a very well-rounded athlete.
Yeah. I have another question with that. Okay. Biden, Trump, or Caitlin Clark for president?
Definitely Caitlin Clark.
I'm with you there. I asked that question on Facebook, and it got a lot of comedy. I see that you when I substitute teach at Beekmantown, I look at the all the signs and everything, and the section championships and everything. I see that you weren't 1,000-point scorer. How close did you come to that? And I'm kind of wondering, like, such an amazing player, but that doesn't mean just because someone isn't 1,000-point scorer doesn't mean it. You know, it means you didn't score 1,000, but you did so many other things.
Right. Yeah. So I think I had like maybe around 750, 800. So that's kind of close. But for me, it was more important to just win. Like, I didn't care who scored the points as long as we won the game.
There we go.
As much as again, it's nice to like be the leading scorer or score like 1,000,000 points. It's just, I think for me, more important to win the game than anything. So.
I hope younger people are listening to that, because it is very important. Very important.
It is, yeah.
Do you know Grace McCaslin? Do you know her? She just got a Division I soccer offer to play at Binghamton.
Oh, that's great. I have a friend that plays at Binghamton basketball.
Okay, she's excellent soccer, and I think she's listening. And if you are, Grace, listen to this. I want you to tell her right now, if you're shooting a free throw, okay, you're right-handed. Where should your right foot be, and where should your left foot be? If you're shooting a free throw,
your right foot should be on the dot. It's like a little screw in the middle of the free throw line. It's on like every court. I was taught this when I was really young.
Okay.
But it should be right on that dot, and then your left foot should be like a little bit behind.
There you
your
go.
Right foot.
Grace, you listening
I knew that's
to
what
that?
you were asking for.
Grace, I hope you're listening, and you're getting that advice from a professional player. And when I watch you next year, I want that right foot ahead of the left. Do you understand? And you know I'm only kidding. She's a sweetheart. Okay, what is England like? What's the difference of your hometown right now compared to Plattsburgh area? I mean,
other than the stereotype that it's very cold, very dreary, rainy, dark, cloudy, which is sadly very true. I love it here. Everybody's so nice. I do live in a bit of a city, which is different compared to Plattsburgh. I'm not sure. I think the population's like 30,000 to 50,000 there.
Okay.
Here it's like 350,000, so it's a much bigger city. But yeah, I love it here. It's so great. It's just a little cold and a little rainy, but you know, once we get past the weather, you get a lot of really, really nice people and really fun things to do. So yeah, I love it here.
Highest rebounds and points in the professional league that you're in, if you can remember.
I think points was 31, and then rebounds. I think I've gotten like 16 a few times.
Great.
So yeah, I think that was the highest.
And how long do you plan on playing professional basketball? And one thing every picture I see of you on Facebook, whatever, you always have a smile on your face all the time. But so what do you think?
I think. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just wondering how much longer professional basketball,
Yeah, I think probably like maybe 1 or 2 more years. My body's getting older. I'm getting older. But yeah, I think I'd like to go for like 2 or 3, but I'm gonna be realistic and say like 1 or 2.
Okay.
That's why I'm getting my master's, so I can like look beyond basketball as well.
All right.
but yeah, I think it's cool to be able to play professionally overseas because it gets me it gives me the ability to like kind of explore new places, new things, new experiences, new foods, new people, and it also gives my family that same experience. So my parents came over to visit me in March for 2 weeks, and that was the first time other than Canada that my dad had left the country, and I think it was really exciting for him to be able to come over here and experience a different culture because now he's coming back and we're going to go probably somewhere else. So
that's great.
It's really exciting just to be able to give myself that experience and my family that experience.
Mm-hmm. I have to ask this question. Who was your favorite referee in high school?
Oh, definitely you. I mean,
okay.
It has to be you. I'm on the phone with you. So.
That's why I asked that question. Here's a tough one for you. Here's a tough one, and don't feel obligated to answer it. Is marriage in your future, in possibly future little hoopsters? You can bypass that one if you want.
I mean, hey, you asked it, I might as well answer it.
Okay.
I think for me it's definitely in the future. I don't know when. I don't know, probably not anytime soon, but definitely in the future. And I definitely do want to have little hoopsters, so definitely in the plans.
That's nice to hear. Did you play against Marley Curl? Were you playing when she was playing from Plattsburgh High School?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
No, but I have heard her name a few times, but I don't think that I played at the same time as her.
Okay. I was good friends with her father, Tom Curl. We were college roommates, so I know Marley pretty well. And she was so feisty and competitive. And I'm going to tell this real quick story. I was refereeing one of her games at Lake Placid, and they're beating Lake Placid really bad. And then something happened, and I heard someone say, "Cheater."
Oh.
And I looked, and Marley was the closest person to me. I said, Marley would never say that to me. No way. So I get home, and she apologized. It was her.
It was her.
Oh, that's how feisty she was. But so yeah, she played at Bowdoin and had a pretty good career there. Any chance of WNBA? Any shot at it, or anyone contacting you, or?
I mean, I'd love to say yes, but I don't think the WNBA is in my future, at least anytime soon. So, I haven't been contacted by them at all. I haven't put my name in to be drafted either. So,
sure.
They're very, very aggressive and very powerful league, very powerful group of women in there. So.
Yes. No doubt, and with the Olympics coming up,
right.
Let's hope Caitlin makes the team, and Paige too. I'm hoping they both make it. How much do pro players make in England?
England doesn't pay as much as some others. So, like for example, if you went to Spain or France, like they'd pay quite a bit more. In England, I think you make like around like 1,000 to 2,000. Per month, which isn't that bad considering you don't practice as much and you have time for like a life outside of basketball. Like I am able to get my master's at the same time because basketball isn't taking all day every day, all week. So you do get paid a bit less.
That's fine.
In the UK,
you're getting paid for what you love. Can't get better than that,
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm a big Caitlin Clark fan, but I have to say this. I think it's a matter of time before she drops 40 on someone in the WNBA. You know, there's a lot of haters out there for some reason that are hating on her, and I don't know why. And Diana Taurasi is one of them. And I'm hoping when she drops 40, I hope it's on Taurasi. You know?
I agree. I think the exact same.
Yeah, so I had to say that. Do you watch the NBA much?
Not really, but I do kind of have a sense of what's going on in the NBA right now.
Okay. I have to ask this question, and I ask it to a lot of people. I know there's going to be an injury. They already picked the Olympic men's team already, and they left out two great players, Brunson and Kyrie Irving. And if you had to pick one of those to replace whoever's going to get injured, because I know someone, who would it be, Kyrie or Brunson?
Probably Kyrie.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, you can't really choose any other.
You are so right. He is so clutch, and he's just an amazing player. So I'm going to start asking you some of the questions that I'm getting from people. Here's one from. Do you know Harrison Larwood?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. He said this season you dropped a few offensive clinics versus Manchester and Oakland's with 33 points and 28 and 14. What goes through your head when you're in games like that?
So I think before the game I always just think like I want to have a good game and I want to help my team win. So during the games, I think whenever I score, like if I score the first basket, a lot of times it really determines if I play well throughout the rest of the game. So in those games, I definitely had a lot of confidence in myself, and I give a lot of credit to my team too because they kept getting me the ball. So what's going through my head is like, oh my gosh, I have the ball. I have an opportunity to score. Let me try. And that's really all that I think about during those games. It's just like, let me do what I can to get my team in a position where they can win a game that's crucial for playoffs or whatever reason.
He wants to know what your pre-match meal and routine is.
So the night before, I usually have like a fajita mix with chicken, rice, red pepper, green pepper, and then the next day I just have the leftovers 3 hours before my meal, before my game.
Okay.
And then before the game, I always take time, listen to music. I do a little dance, like, hey, it's game day, let's go. And then I just get ready for the game, and I go out there and I warm up and I play the game.
Okay. Reagan Fassett said that you sometimes would eat Spam before meals. Is that true?
Spam?
Yeah. Or
no.
No, I'm kidding, by the way.
I was gonna say I don't think that I've ever done that.
And she didn't say that.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't think that.
Okay. This is from you might not know him, Keith Shambo. And he said that, well, he's got a daughter that's going to play at Potsdam next year. Very good player. Yeah. And he said, Tom, ask Brooke if she was a GM for a new WNBA franchise, who would she start her team with out of the WNBA rookies this year?
This year? Oh, okay. I definitely would bring Cameron Brink. Kate Martin, obviously Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese probably. I know she's a very controversial one as well, but I like the way she plays. She has a lot of passion. And then I don't know who else.
Well,
Cardoso probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aren't you forgetting someone?
Probably.
Caitlin Clark?
I said Caitlin Clark, didn't I?
Oh, you did. No.
Oh, you scared me. I was going to say, oh my God.
No, you did. I was again messing with you again. If you knew me, Okay. Eric Infante. He graduated from Beekmantown, 1976. But he's got Eagle pride like you. And what Beekmantown Eagle experience do you lean on today? What lessons do you take from your beloved coaches and teams? You kind of answered that a little bit, but anything to add on that?
Yeah, for me it was like passion and effort. Especially with basketball, I knew that I had to have a lot of effort because nothing was going to be easy, especially in high school. I was getting double teamed, triple teamed, so nothing was going to come easy. And even with just my schoolwork, I knew that I had to put a lot of effort into like studying and doing my homework and being in class on time, and definitely effort and passion and like willing to work hard were the key things that I even take now with me to like my master's classes and my professional practices. So definitely those are very key for me.
Okay. We're going to take a break, really quick break. Stay with us, and we'll be right back. Just have a slice of Spam right now, and and then we'll be right back. Just hold on, okay?
Yep, sounds great.
All right.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Mark Allen from Garvey Hyundai. Have you heard of the deal of the day? Each weekday morning at about 7:05, we feature a used car, and Lady Anna and Cream Puff John put an unbelievable price on the choice of cars they get each morning.
Here's one now.
We also have some fun.
You could always use movement, huh?
Monday is Review the Weekend Monday. Tuesday is Tie One on Tuesday. Wednesday is Bed Check Wednesday. You never know what you're going to get on Wednesday, maybe even a song.
I want to be on Wiry, deal of the day.
Thursday is Reader Review Thursday, and Friday is Car Fact Friday. On the Deal of the Day, we always say, if you can start the day off with a laugh, you know you're going to have a great day. Come and get a great deal at Garvey Hyundai. If you can't get it at Garvey, you can't get it.
Gotta go Garvey.
Chauvin Insurance, family owned for 4 generations, has served the North Country for over 60 years. When you call us, you're talking to a person who lives in our community, has a finger on its pulse, and understands your particular insurance needs. Located at 6064 State Route 22 in Plattsburgh, the Chauvin Agency is ready to best serve your business, home, auto, farm, and recreational vehicle requirements. Visit us at chauvinagency.com or call 518-562-9336. We'll be glad to help you.
When you're ready to travel, forget the worries that come when booking trips in these uncertain times. Call your local AAA Northway travel expert. They simplify everything, from understanding travel insurance choices and testing and quarantine requirements to updates on open domestic and international attractions. Also help when making last-minute trip changes. It's what AAA Northway travel experts do, and so much more. Contact your local AAA Northway branch or visit AAA.com. Appointments available in person, virtually, or by phone.
If you would like to send Brooke questions, email wiry@wiry.com. That's wiry@wiry.com. Send your questions, and I will see to it that she gets them.
Okay, we're back. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'm not sure if you remember Bobby Nags. Do you remember Bobby Nags from Beekmantown?
I do not know.
Okay, I could tell you one thing. He was one of the best, and Coach DeBose was his basketball coach at Beekmantown, and he's probably he got kicked off the team his senior year. Things happen, you know what I mean? And he ended up playing in college, and I remember he scored 51 in one game, so he was amazing. And he also did 4 tours, and I think 2 in Iraq and 2 in Afghanistan. And
wow. Okay.
He's retired. I think he was a full colonel, but he asks these questions because you're an Eagle.
Okay.
What recommendations would you give to players that would help them train better for the next level? Like anything. What would you say?
Put the effort in on your own. The practices are hard, but if you put the effort in on your own, you get in the gym on your own. Coaches see that, and they really appreciate when you're willing to work hard when you think nobody's looking. Do you know what jump camp is?
Yes, I do. Scott Cutera.
So, yeah, when I was in high school, I went to jump camp every summer, and one thing that Cutera always said was work hard even when you think nobody's looking, because you never know who's looking. And I think that that's something that's really stuck with me all throughout. It's just like somebody's always going to be looking. They're always going to be checking in to see what you're doing and what you're up to, even if you don't know it. And that's one big thing, is always putting in extra work, always putting in extra effort, and it really helps you both in the team practices and like with the coaches, because they see the effort and they give you more opportunities and more chances and more love, just because you're willing to put in that extra effort, and you're willing to do what it takes to get better on your own.
And I'm sure you have the same philosophy. You just have to outwork other people. You outwork them.
Yep.
So he has another question. How difficult is playing overseas in respect to the stateside, and what are we better at and lack in comparison from the U.S. to England or some of the leagues that you've seen?
One thing I've noticed, so last year I played a bit in Spain, and then this year I'm playing in UK. So one thing that I've noticed with these two teams in comparison to the US is that in the US we're very like one-on-one driven. I feel like we do a lot of one-on-one, like less team-oriented passing, shooting. But here in the UK and in Spain especially, it was more about passing, cutting, screens. It was more team-oriented, it seemed, than more individual-driven. So that's one thing I really noticed. And then I think also the amount of time that they spend on the sport is also very different. So I think in the U.S. they spend a lot more time perfecting their sport, and then in Europe or overseas they really I think prioritize like a work-life balance kind of. So you have practice 8 to 9:30 p.m. or 9:30 to 11. Like you have practice usually pretty late. And it's not long, and it doesn't take a lot of time, simply because a lot of players here have other jobs, or they're getting their degrees, or they have a family. Like they really prioritize kind of work-life balance instead of just basketball.
Okay. Bobby has another question. Does Caitlin Clark get too much hype?
I mean, I think it depends on who you ask. Obviously, she's a really, really good player, and I think that she does have a big social media presence, which is why she gets so much hype. I think a lot of people post her. They're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to see Caitlin Clark. I'm going to post a picture of her on my Instagram, on my Facebook." I think she works really hard for what she has. So I don't think she's necessarily overhyped. I think she's just talked about a lot. Which I think brings on some controversy as well, because people are kind of sick of seeing her. So they're like, "Oh my God, Caitlin Clark again," and like, oh. But I don't know. I love it personally. So
I do too. Like I said, she's going to drop 40 on Taurasi. I can't wait till that happens. He also has the usual question: who's the GOAT, Jordan or LeBron?
Oh, geez. I'm going to say Jordan.
There you go. Same here.
LeBron is great, but I'm always going to stick with Jordan.
Yep. Do you know Sonny Hebert?
Sorry, who?
Sonny Hebert. He has a question.
I'm not quite sure, but...
He went to Beatontown, and he wants to know if they have nice driftwood in England.
Driftwood?
Yeah. He collects driftwood. And once again, Brooke, guess what I'm doing? Kidding around. I'm kind of busting on Sonny right now.
See, I think I caught on to that one.
Okay. Wow. You got me. Gosh. Also, Paige Chilton says to say hello to you.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. She's I love her too. She's such a nice person. And let's see, there's one from Neil Fassett.
Okay.
It's kind of a long one.
Okay.
Brooke and our daughter Reagan were classmates at Beatontown. I recall Brooke as a young player when I helped Greg Waters, Dave Manny, and Kate Munson with the Beatontown program. I didn't view Brooke as a future star at that point. She had very raw talent. what I do recall is she had a great basketball player frame, and more importantly, she had an excellent attitude. She listened and worked really hard to get better. Early on, Brooke kind of played in the shadow of some great players, Shannon Ryan, Emily Anderson, Grace Kelly, Kenna Guida, etc., which I suspect wasn't always easy. So congratulations, Brooke, on everything you have achieved athletically, academically. It's truly impressive. And my question is, what is your advice for parents who have young kids who, like you, were not obvious future stars at a young age, but had talent needed to be developed? And for young players, what is your advice for them becoming successful at their sport? And Neil is being very positive there. He you know him. He's straight up and
Right.
So, did you know I was his high school basketball coach?
I didn't know that, no.
Yeah, he was MVP of the league, and I know he's listening. And I tossed him out of practice a couple times for fooling around. So, but now him and I are great friends. That's
good.
Because I was only 23 when I was his coach, and he was 18. So we're great friends.
Very close in age.
I know. I wasn't ready for that job yet, but
fair.
Yeah. So, do you want to answer that question? Advice for parents who have young kids?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so first I want to say thank you. That was really nice. I appreciate it because I feel like sometimes a lot of the things I do have gone unnoticed. So it's nice to know that they're not going unnoticed. For parents, I say just get them in with a coach that cares about the game and cares about their growth and development. Like for me, I was like with Kate and Greg, they really cared about my development, and they saw my potential as well as like an athlete, or my build as a basketball athlete, and they really cared about getting me better, getting me prepared for a future possibly in basketball. So I think with parents, it's just like being aware of your surroundings and knowing who cares about basketball in your player, in comparison to the few who unfortunately only care about making money and don't care so much about the growth of the athlete or your kid. And then I think for kids, for the athlete themselves, I think it's important always to have a positive attitude. Bad things are going to happen, or you're not going to be good at everything. Like for me, I haven't been good at shooting threes until this year, and I am a professional athlete. So you're not always going to be good at everything. So if you just keep going day by day, getting better, you're eventually going to get to where you want to be. Even if you don't see the results right away, you're going to see them eventually. So just be patient, keep working, and just always put in the extra effort.
Okay. This is actually from my niece who lives in Florida, who doesn't even know you, and she's listening to the show right now, and she simply said, "Listen to the show, and congrats, Brooke, you are a winner in life." That's my niece.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's funny girl too, but that's pretty nice. You know, a lot of people are listening because it's streamlined all over the world. People can could listen. I don't know if you have friends listening to it in England.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know one of my friends who sent a few questions in earlier on. He's in Switzerland right now, so he's listening from Switzerland, which is pretty exciting. So.
What's his name? I'll say hello to him.
Harrison Larwood.
Hey Harrison, hope all is well with you. Is he a hoopster?
Yeah, he plays. So Nottingham Wildcats, which is the team I play for, they have kind of an affiliate team, which is the Nottingham Hoods. They're also affiliated with the university that I'm playing at. So he plays for the university and he plays for the Hoods team. So he plays for two teams just like I play for two teams. So he's got a lot on his plate as well. He's actually in Switzerland right now trying out for a different professional team. So really excited for him. Hope all goes well for him. But yeah, so.
Can I brag a little bit?
Of course.
When you're 65, you get to brag, but I want you to just take a guess. I'm second in New York State for most consecutive free throws. How many do you think that was?
Most consecutive?
Yeah, not in a game though,
man.
just shooting around.
In general, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can only imagine. I can only do like 20 in a row.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe like 69, 70?
388.
Oh jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
I was very wrong.
But the record is 598, and he's a friend of mine, Hal Cohen. He played at Syracuse, and so yeah, there's my one brag. So any parting shots at all? Any last comments? You've been great. I know people are listening everywhere, and when we get our technology, you'll be able to take phone calls. You know, I'd like to even have you down the line one more time. Did you play against Julianne Moore and Aaron Pratt? Do you remember them? They're going to be calling in next week. Aaron played at Syracuse, and Julianne played at North Carolina Greensboro, and they both played at Westport. But yeah, they were before your time.
Okay.
But yeah. So
I was gonna say, I feel like I remember the second name, but I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. So, any last comments you want to say?
No, just thanks. I appreciate everybody who's listening, and thank you for having me on the show. It's been really exciting, really fun to talk about my journey as a basketball player and give advice to other people who are listening. So,
you did a great
job. So much
job
for having me.
We really appreciate it. And is your season done, or are you in the playoffs?
Yeah, so my season finished. We actually got out in the quarterfinals on May 5th. So, but we played London Lions, and they had like 5 WNBA players on their team. So,
oh my gosh,
I'm not mad at it because we only lost by 10. So I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah. Well, keep working hard on your game.
Thank you. I will.
And where everyone's going to pay attention to your your career, and hopefully when you get home, people will be able to see you, and we'll go from there. And great job. You're just
Thank you so much.
Such a nice person. Okay,
Aw.
Brooke, you take care.
Thank you. You as well.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Okay, now, first of all, if you did listen to Brooke, she was just phenomenal with her advice to the young kids, and her career and how much she worked, and I did love Neil Fissett's straight up question, and very, very good. All questions were excellent too. The one thing I'd like to do now is I'd like to announce the All-Stars for flag football, Section 7 flag football All-Stars. But the first thing I want to do, though, is I have some interviews that I did with some of the players from the Northeast Clinton team, and also another one, and then I'll announce the All-Stars, and we'll go from there. Okay, bear with me here, because I'm not the most technological person in the world, but let's see. Here we go. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to just go right down the line, and whoever it is, and they'll announce their name. But Northeast Clinton did win the championship. They beat Beekman in a great game last week, and they'll be playing Tuesday against Burnt Hills. So here we go. All right. Okay, it'll work. Bear with me. I think. Okay. I think I got it. Gotta turn the volume up. Okay, that one. Here we go. Okay, folks, I have Peyton Parliament here, the quarterback for the Beekman Eagles. The first thing I want to talk to her about, though, is the Monday Section 7 first ever flag football championship. You guys were ahead 13-0. Tell me what happened from there.
To be honest, a lot of things kept going not in our favor, and then we don't usually take that well, and we got in our heads, and it just kept going down, and momentum killed us, and we didn't fight back for it.
What was the final score? I can't remember. Was it 21-13?
Yeah, something like that. They won by 1 touchdown.
Okay. First half, you handled them pretty well.
Yep.
Tell me how you guys scored and how you stopped them from scoring.
Well, like I said, it all started off with momentum, and we knew we had that in the first half, and we had confidence, we built it, and we kept pushing and pushing.
Okay, I'm going to go to someone else now. Okay. Here we go. Oh, you know what? It didn't start. All over again. Sorry. Okay, say your name again.
I'm Keelan Johnston.
And you're an 11th grader.
Yep.
And you played defense.
No, I played offense.
And offense, and yeah, you're a blocker.
Yep.
And what was the hardest hit from who that you had in that game? Who really maybe night trained you?
There was one girl, she was rushing me most of the game, and I don't know if she meant to or not, but she plowed me over, and I got the penalty for it.
You got a penalty?
Yep.
Wow, okay. But the bottom line is what?
Just blocking as best you can, keeping your head,
And a championship.
we won the championship.
And it feels good, doesn't it?
It does. It means a lot to me.
Good. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to continue with these. Let's see. Here's another one. This is Coach Mike Bouye from the championship, first ever championship, sectional 7 championship, Northeast Clinton Cougars football team. Were you in charge of the offense or the defense?
Really none of it. I help coach out with what she needs me to. Sometimes, we might talk about, sometimes we might discuss a defensive strategy together and offensive strategy together. I think Bailey took hold of a lot of offense last night, and our defense kind of calls out plays as they see them, so it's really a collective effort.
Okay, were you really worried when it was 13-0, or did you have some confidence?
No, we had opportunities in the red zone our first 2 or 3 possessions, so I never thought it was out of reach. Just needed to punch one in. I think once we got the first one in, I think Bailey ran it in right at the end of the half. Just needed to break the ice with it, so
good.
Never really worried, no. Just need to get that first one in.
Okay, here we go with another one. Okay, say your name first.
I'm Maddie Arno.
Okay, you scored a touchdown. Was it a second half? Yeah, it was, because you guys were down 13-0. But tell me about that touchdown. How long of a touchdown was it, and did you have to do a lot of running after you caught it?
It was probably a few yards of running. I put my hand up to signal it from Bailey, and she threw it, and then I turned, and I ran through a couple girls right to the end zone.
Nice.
It's like a 12-yard run, too.
Was it really? Okay, so you're obviously really fast, too. Nice.
She's a track star.
Are you also a track star?
Yeah, I run track.
All right. Good job.
Sectionals tomorrow.
Sectionals are tomorrow. What's your event?
4x4, 100, 200, and long jump.
Wow. Amazing. Are you a junior or senior?
Freshman.
Oh, gosh. Amazing. Okay. A freshman. That is amazing. Let's see. I might have one more. Gosh. Let's see if I can find. Let's see. Let's try this one. Okay. Say your name first.
I'm Maddie Arno.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. Here it is, right here. Okay. Did you guys play offense or defense? And first, say your name. I should have done that before.
I'm Krista Siebert. I'm Kirsten Stahl.
Okay. The offense or defense or both? Did you play both ways?
That game I played both.
Okay. What was the toughest thing to do defensively? I mean, we're in that first half. They obviously went out to a 13-0 lead, and then what did you do defensively in that third? Was there someone
that you really had to stop?
Yeah. Well, it's mostly just like your mentality, like trying to get in the groove, having the energy up.
Okay.
Our bench also helped a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, the quarterback was pretty shifty, so we had to
Okay.
adjust.
Okay, good. Sounds good. Okay, anyone else?
Okay, those are some of the interviews. I didn't get them all, and I apologize. I had Coach Pat note. I couldn't find that. So now I'm going to go with our All-Stars for the entire league. And I'm not going to have a second team. I'm just putting everyone on the first team. I think that's very fair. And there's so many very good players. And I know I'm going to miss some. I'm sorry. I only saw a few flag football games this year. And I just kind of went with what I read and talked to some players and so on. So let's see. We're going to start with the all CVAC team, and first team quarterback is going to be McKenna Brown from Saranac. Also on the first team, Miley Laporte from Saranac. And first team quarterback also is going to be Bailey LaFountain. And let's see, also a first teamer, and this isn't CVAC, but I'm going to put everyone all together. Madeline, I'm going to pronounce her name incorrectly, I'm sorry. I think it's Eichin or Eichin. She's first team. And then we have a sophomore from AuSable who is also was MVP of my Adirondack Coast basketball camp. But she's an athlete, and she's definitely the defensive player of the entire year. And that's Lauren Saltis Paul from AuSable Valley. Quicker than anything, aggressive, and very proud of her because she's a class act and does very well at the camp. Also, first team quarterback is also Amelia Kasloff from Mariah, and also Molly Riggins from Keene is also on the first team. That's Keene's first year ever of flag football. Let's see. Also, Offensive Player of the Year. And I'm going to go, that's a tie. I'm going to go with Offensive Player of the Year, Bailey LaFountain from Northeast Clinton, and also Peyton Parliament, also Offensive Player of the Year. And Lily Brown from Saranac is on the first team, and so is Paige Ubel from Saranac. I'm going to get to the MVP at the end, and I want to explain why. Also first team running back and also a great defensive player who's playing soccer in Albany right now, and Brooke talked about her free throw shooting. Grace, don't get mad. Grace McCaslin, first team running back and also a very good defensive player. Another very similar to Grace, Molly Dennis from Saranac, first team offense and defense. We have Abby Phillips from Peru, another first teamer. Krista Siebert, first team from NCCS. Kirsten Stahl, first team from NCCS. Caitlin Slomensky, first team from Saranac. And I'm going to add the freshman, Maddie Arno from Northeast Clinton, who had a big touchdown in that game. And let's see. Also, first team, Lacey Roberts from NCCS. And the reason there's so many NCCS players is because they won the championship. And let's see. Okay, the MVP of the entire league, and the reason, if you had to stop someone, you have to and want to win. There's one person that you have to stop, and I think everyone knows who that is. She is she catches everything. She's going to be playing basketball at St. Lawrence University, honor student, very well respected in every sport that she plays, and the first ever most valuable player of Section 7 girls flag football is Desiree Dubois from NCCS. And I'm hoping I didn't miss anyone. Let me go through my list a little bit more here to make sure. I do have anyone. If anyone want to add some names right now, give us a call. 563-1340. And I think Paige Jubal from Saranac as well, first team, and she was excellent player. And unfortunately, I can't do baseball because I didn't see many baseball games this year. And I know that Steve Chris is an expert in that baseball. Maybe he can do something with that. And I'm also very happy with the way that the unified program went this year. As everyone knows, I run Adirondack Coast Basketball Camp, and I would love to have some unified players come to my camp. And if you could pass the word on that, I'd really appreciate it. We're up to 380 campers right now, and we have to cap it at 400. So there's only 20 spots left. Hopefully people will be signing up for those last 20 spots. Again, everyone gets a pair of sneakers. We have very nice indoor-outdoor basketballs. I think people will really like them, the girls and the boys. And, of course, we're going with our neon green camp shirts. And one day, Jersey Mike's is going to bring subs to the 9th through 12th graders who will be at the Oval YMCA gym. And the 3rd through 8th, they'll be at Beekmantown High School. So we'll be playing Team Canada again on each Friday. And also some big news for our campers is we're going to be going to the prestigious Rucker Park, which is in Harlem, and we're going to be playing 2 games on Sunday, July 21st, against New York City teams. And I've never been to Rucker Park. I know some of you have, and I'm excited just to even step foot on that court because there's been so many legends that have played there. So I might even make a basket if I can anymore. So, but it's going to be exciting. We're just going with 9 players, and we'll be staying in Harlem. The parents will have to come. We're working on picking our team, and we have some names in mind. We haven't named anyone yet, but we're working on it. We do want to play well, and we'll also there's a pro Rucker tournament on Saturday, so we'll be watching some of that, and we'll also hopefully be going to a Yankee game while we're down there, and hopefully the Yankees will win. They're playing Tampa. It's a day game, and it should be a lot of fun. And you guys can, any parents that are interested, I'd love to hear from you. Or I'd even like to have fans go down and root for us. I think we should have a little send-off too from the community, because it is a first-time thing. In the North Country should be proud of whoever goes down, and I'd like to do even my show from Rucker Park, and because I'll be down there on Saturday, I won't be here. I know a couple players already that are on the team, but we're still working on more, and it should be exciting. I'm impressed. Our coaches are going to be Travis Gorham and trying to think of who else. I'm hoping Bill Durgan as well. So we'll see if Bill will go down. And I'm excited for the camp for the girls, July 1st through the 5th. And it's on the first day, it'll be at 8 a.m. so everyone can pick up their stuff. And for the boys, there's no camp on the 4th but we'll double up on the Friday. And the boys the following week, July 8th through the 12th. Again, Monday will be at 8 a.m. and everything after that will be 9 a.m. to 12:30. So, all right, we're going to wrap up right now, and I hope everyone enjoyed the show. I really enjoyed interviewing Brooke. She's a fun girl, and she's working hard, and she believes in the philosophy. You have to be one day better than the day before, and for all you that aren't even in sports, take that philosophy and work on it in life. Take care, everyone, and happy Memorial Day weekend. Thank you.